Breaking news right now out of Minneapolis. Look at this. Protesters clashing with authorities, allegedly interfering with active ICE operations in the city happening right now. The Associated Press is reporting demonstrators are on the streets blocking ICE officers there at the scene. Well, NewsNation's Mills Hayes is live for us in Minneapolis. They're on the ground. Mills, tell us what you are seeing right now.
And well, we are about 15 minutes away from where all of that action is taking place. And we know that there are dozens of officers and protesters on the ground. We have seen some clashes between those two groups, and officers have deployed some sort of chemical or spray. We're not sure whether or not that's tear gas or pepper spray balls. Now, I did speak with a source with the Minneapolis Police Department who tells me that the Homeland Security Investigations team was executing a search warrant at that home. And through that video that we're getting from the Associated Press, you can see those officers pulling out an individual from that home and taking them into custody, and people in that home as well, whether they be family or friends, reacting, of course, very upset. You could have heard that woman saying no, no, no. And so it is an ongoing scene right now, and we are going to be sending a team over there to check out exactly what is happening. This, of course, is breaking right now. We know that this is supposed to be the largest immigration enforcement operation in the country. That's according to DHS, and so it's unclear whether or not this person may be someone that they're targeting, that they are trying to deport, or whether or not this has to do with those fraud investigations that they're looking into, Anna. So again, a very situation that is changing minute by minute.
And just a very emotional situation on all sides right now. And this, of course, is on the heels of the shooting that involved the ICE agent who shot and killed Renee Good, the 37-year-old who allegedly was in her car trying to block him. Who is helping these protesters organize? What are you learning from being there on the ground, Mills?
Well, there's a lot of different groups, but I will say it is kind of a little all over the place. There's different groups that work together. There's different signal chats and that they have of ICE sightings. So anytime that someone sees an ICE officer or a Border Patrol agent, they'll put that in that signal group chat, and people will sometimes respond. Now, of course, there is the federal building not too far from here as well, where a lot of those ICE officers leave that building, and there are groups that stand out right there on the side as well that will write down the license plates and tell people in those group chats to look out for these people, and that's where we'll see those people follow officers. And we actually even saw some people following a caravan of Border Patrol agents here just about 2 hours ago. We saw at least 3 other people in cars that were following them, honking their horns, trying to disrupt those operations, and also having their phones out recording, someone even yelling out to us, "That's ICE, that's ICE." It ended up actually being Border Patrol. We saw them in their the camouflage uniforms that, of course, is Border Patrol. And so they are using their phones and social media. A lot of the different some of them are nonprofits. Some of them are just groups that have been created online through Instagram. And that's where they'll be updating a lot of the people that follow along. We also know that there is some different meetings that are happening later today, actually, here in Minneapolis, for some of those groups that are going to be talking about how to respond when ICE is in your community. And we know that a lot of the people here, the protesters, use those whistles to alert whenever there are ICE officers. And we have seen people, those protesters, also know where some of the agents and officers are staying by following their cars and, keeping track of those license plates as well. And we have seen those noise demonstrations outside of hotels as well. So it's definitely a move by these protesters to try to disrupt these enforcement operations and using their cars as well to block officers, which, of course, is what we heard from DHS that Renee Nicole Good was trying to do earlier this week when she was unfortunately killed by an ICE officer. And that has sparked a lot of anger from these protesters as well, Anna.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.